Hello, fourth graders. We're back here in math class. As usual, we're going to start off today's lesson with the exit ticket from yesterday's lesson to see how much you retained, okay? Now, a lot of yesterday's lesson we did together. So what I want you to do today is do your best. First and foremost, I want you to solve the problem, okay? So if you get confused with some of the drawing processes of the tape diagrams and things like that, all right, why don't you go back to those. But the first thing we want to do is read this problem, the R process, draw it out as best you can, all right? And if that confuses you, go to the writing process. Use the math and then write it out, all right? What we want you to do as teachers is be able to read this, find out what's going on, kind of filter out the information that you need, and then solve the problem, okay? An answer in a complete sentence with a capital letter in the beginning and a period at the end of your sentence, okay? So timer starts now. If you're at home, pause it, give yourself some time to figure it out, and then come back. I'll restart this video when you're ready, okay? Okay, so here we go. That was your time. You had 5 minutes, and hopefully you got through this and got an answer for us, all right? So then hopefully you did as best as you could. Stayed focused the entire time. Okay, so let's start off here. I'm gonna read the problem and see how we did. So starting off, it says, Jennifer has 256 beads, period, stop. Okay, 256 beads, I get it. She probably makes bracelets or something. I'm not sure, but she has 256 beads. And then Stella has 3 times as many beads as Jennifer. That's the multiplicative comparison, so she's got 3 times that amount. We talked about this yesterday a lot. So, all right, so she has 3 times as many as Jennifer. Okay. And then Tia has 104 more beads than Stella. Okay, so it looks like she says 104 more. That's just added on to than what Stella has, okay? All right, that makes sense. So I think I have to figure it out. I'm gonna draw some tape diagrams to go along with Jennifer, Stella, and Tia. So I should have 3 tape diagrams to figure this out. Okay. So that's what I did here. I came down and wrote out each one of their, I just noticed here I put a J down, it should be just a T, okay? Their tape diagrams. Jennifer has got 256 beads, so I drew a little piece of tape and said that's 256. Then I said Stella has 3 times that amount. So I drew a little tape diagram down here with 3 times the 256, all right? Normally I leave these blank, but I decided just to write the numbers in 256 3 times to show that that's how much she has. So if I multiply 256 times 3, I'll figure out exactly how much Stella has, how many beads she has. And then finally, Tia has got 104 more than Stella. So I have to take Stella's amount, see how my piece of tape is exactly as long as this one up here, and to add 104 onto the end to find out how much that is. So, 2-step problem. I gotta figure out exactly how much Stella has, and once I do that, I add 104 to it, I'll know my answer to my question of how many beads Tia has. So, step 1 is down here. I multiplied 256 times 3 and got 768. That's how many beads Stella has. Then I took that number and added 104 to it. So I took 768, added 104, and I got 872. And then finally, I wrote out my answer in a complete sentence, all right? And it wasn't very long, but this is right here. Tia has 872 beads, period, stop. Done. Okay, if I zoom out, this is what my work looks like all together, all right? I had a lot of space to work with, so I wasn't shy on using a lot of space. And I like to write arrows into where things go. And always right here, step 1, step 2, just so it keeps me focused. I notice a lot when I listen to myself teach, I repeat things over and over again. And I hope that you pick up on that because it matters a lot when you're trying to keep your train of thought. It helps me focus on what I'm trying to find. If I keep repeating it to myself, what the steps I need to take. So I'm very thorough in my work and in my answer and how I get to the end, all right? Great, we'll see you in a little bit for our I can statement.